Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back at it with some American Truck Simulator. Let's just switch on over, getting the game over here. Same old Freightliner Cascadia. I thought about changing it up, but I just like this thing a little too much to get rid of it, so we're gonna keep driving it a little bit. We're in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where we left off at our primary garage, and we are going to look for a job that will take us somewhere different, because the point of this is to end up somewhere else hauling cargo, right? Let's see. We can take this one. We got a power generator that we have to take to Tacoma, and Tacoma, Seattle, Olympia, these are all like basically on top of each other. It's one big metro area, and they each have ports. Yeah, a couple of rail stations there, so if we end up in Tacoma, we've definitely got options as far as container carrier loads go, so let's just hop in our old girl here and fire her up. Switch this over to what we gotta switch over so we can see what we gotta see, and we'll put it in drive and we'll start rolling out. Did get this thing repaired and taken care of on our last trip, so she's all prettied up, ready to go out on the road.
Get ready to turn right.
Basically a full tank of gas because we fueled up just in like Lewiston, I think.
Get ready to turn right.
So we're gonna take off, headed towards our Plaster and Sons pickup.
Turn right.
Hey, bag, it's going good. Morning was pretty chill for me. I was there for like, I was at work for like 45 minutes. I
Turn left.
I ran the oven. I didn't do a whole lot. I just cut a couple of pizzas. I answered the phone once or twice, but I basically stood around because it's like I'm here to help out if the help is needed, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, I'm not actually here for a full shift of actually working, right? So it was pretty chill, and we came back and we're playing American Truck Simulator for a bit. I was thinking last night maybe we'll do something else, and today it was a toss-up between do I want to do RimWorld. I'm thinking, do I want to like try Mountain Blade and hope we don't fail horribly again, or do I want to start Rising Star 2 a day early? Like, what do I want to do today? And
Keep left. And then turn left.
I just decided, you know how it is, some days you just don't have that
Turn
mental energy to want to play a really engaging game. So if I'm going to stream and do something, I want it to be really chill, and it doesn't get much chiller than this, you know. Put the bitch in drive and put your foot on the floor and start going. So we're just gonna chill out and do some drives for a couple hours like usual, and that's our game plan. I don't know if you caught us actually at the job screen selecting a job, but we're looking for one that will take us from here to Tacoma, just south of Seattle. We got a bunch of ports, rail stations, etc. there, so as far as container trailer jobs go, like what we're doing, we're gonna have a lot of options for stuff we can haul out to keep making that money. And I ended up not changing the Freightliner. We're still doing this one just because I like it so much. I didn't want to drive anything else after looking around. Gotcha, I'm not familiar with that game. Just RimWorld. But RimWorld is a very fun game. I said it's basically like the Going Medieval that you're playing, but it's 2D, and like I said, a lot of the interfaces, like how you just set up job priorities, build and stuff, like Going Medieval is very heavily influenced by RimWorld, I can tell, so that's why I'm so interested in it, because RimWorld's a fun game. You're basically playing a 3D version of a game that I've already got like 300 hours on, and I really, really like, so... Oh, no, we don't. We want to stay here. We don't want to take that left turn lane. We need the next interchange.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Yeah, very similar games. So it's like your game's like the 3D version of my game, essentially. Different setting, you know, different technology. Like, I'm sure you're not gonna have laser guns and M14s and what the hell not, like, you know, conventional and different laser powered weapons as well, so. But otherwise, same basic premise.
Keep right.
Wish I would have filled up my water bottle before we started this. Got a little bit left, but it's totally likely at some point we're gonna have to take an intermission so I can get more water once that runs out. But we'll worry about that when that happens. Right now we got beverages. Just took a piss break and I'm ready to sit and drive this truck for a couple hours until I get thirsty.
Turn right.
Or bored of playing. I got a little construction area that looks like they're developing some houses here. Probably for all those tourists coming in, like. Apparently what I hear is Coeur d'Alene is a pretty touristy town.
This is where it ends.
Let's see, where's our, there we go, that's our load we want. That'll take us into Tacoma. Where are we picking up at? I don't know, let's just... here it is, here's our marker. Right here. Yeah, they want us to, looks like they want us to back it up into this slot right here, and I guess they'll like crane it over or whatever they're gonna do at this build site, and that's where we're putting our power generator on it. This ain't too bad. We got a nice easy back in over here. Oh, looks like we hit a bump there. It's fine. It's just fucking dirt. So, as long as we do it slow enough speed, it ain't really gonna kill us. That's good enough. It's a fucking construction zone. Nice. I take a bunch of air conditioners and I set them to like 20 degrees. I just stack like 4 of them. And I make a giant walk-in freezer that's like 100 square feet or some shit. And like within 2 years, like, it's usually pretty easy to end up with more food than you need. If you start with like if you do like a harder start where you have like tribal technology tiers, you can get the more advanced stuff. There's just a research penalty because you're tribals with sticks and weapons and shit. So since I can't preserve the food in the freezer, usually for the first little bit when I do those kinds of saves, I'm growing like just enough during the summer to not be hungry, and like spring, winter, stuff like that. I'm like hunter gatherer basically, just like as I need it, I find it.
Get ready to turn left.
Yeah, and then like after like 5 years, I get so fucking
Turn
developed and advanced that there have been years where I just had so much fucking food that it's like, you know what? Don't grow shit. Farmers, you're not allowed to go farm. I have things more important to do, and we're not going to go hungry before we do a new harvest next year.
Get ready to turn right.
There we go. Start going, fellas. Hopefully enough of these people want to go right even after this turns red, so we don't have to wait too long. If any of them decide to go straight, we're stuck at the red light. Yeah, somebody wants to go straight through to the city center, so we have to wait through another light because there was so much traffic. That's why I like getting on the highway. Once you're on the highway, you're going, but if there's a lot of traffic at the time you come through, it turns into a lot of hurry up and wait. Oh, and we have 9 hours to deliver this job, and it's late at night, or it's late in the evening, so we're gonna start this off with a night job, and then we're gonna have to get some shut-eye in Tacoma to pass off to morning. Yeah, the way I see it, after sitting at home overnight, I'd like to imagine he like had some home time to wash his car and chill out and do a little detail work, man. So like we're not getting this thing roughed up and dirty. Look how nice this thing is. That is a really nice truck right here. I don't want to scuff the new paint. And we only painted it start of the week. Or end of last week. When the fuck ever. It was like Friday. It was either Friday or Sunday we fucking repainted it, so not quite ready to scuff the paint up if I don't have to.
Keep left.
Let's see, what's our estimated time of arrival? It'll be 12:06. So if we get there about that time, maybe with luck we'll pick up time on the freeway, but
Keep left.
if we get there around midnight, it'll be about 10 a.m. after our 10-hour sleep break, so we'll have most of the day to drive tomorrow. We just have to drive through the night because I didn't check the local time, and since we have a job that should be done in one day and we don't have fatigue simulation in our way, they're expecting us to do this whole drive in the equivalent amount of time of a driving day, so it's gonna be a long 6-hour drive. We're gonna roll in about midnight to Tacoma, Washington.
Keep left.
Alright, hurry up, car. I gotta get out of this exit lane. I have no idea how long this highway goes before we hit the Seattle-Tacoma area, so I don't know if we're going to be on the highway most of the time, if we're going to be on like dark, poorly lit back roads or what, but hopefully people see our headlights and those amber lights around our trailer, because there's a big black truck right here, so she ain't going to be seen very well. Probably hear this thing, but you ain't gonna see it very well. Hang on, we're like right at the top of our governor at 65, and we're in a 60. We should probably coast down to what the actual speed limit is so we don't get a ticket. We do not want tickets. It won't really negatively affect me. I'm sitting on enough money I can afford a couple of speeding tickets, don't get me wrong. I just don't want to get speeding tickets. So E-Bag, how's your day going, my man? We rambled on about me for a bit and then about a load of fucking nonsense, but how are you doing today? Having yourself a good Tuesday so far, buddy?
left.
I really like the terrain up in this area, how it can go from like in the east really flat, hilly, like low rolling hills, like a lot of farmland like this. But you know, farther west we go, it's gonna get slightly more mountainous as we go through the we're gonna go through some mountains and forests and shit. Then we hit you know, the west coast where the big cities are. And as you go south, if you pay attention, like you can drive past Mount Rainier, you can drive up to an observation post across from Mount St. Helens and look at that. Like, I just really like how it goes from like the terrain is really varied out here. It's loads nicer than like the flat deserts of like Arizona and New Mexico where you got like some hills, but it's just like flat sandy desert basically. It's really why I tend to favor being up here so much, and I don't often go down towards New Mexico. Yeah, maybe we'll change it up and go to New Mexico one of these days here soon, but usually I like hanging out in the Pacific Northwest like this. Get to Wyoming, I'm sure I'm going to like driving in Wyoming a lot when that comes out, hopefully in the next couple of months whenever they decide to announce they're done with it. At some point we're going to be doing a lot of driving through New Mexico though once Texas comes out, hopefully next year. If their current dev schedule is somewhat based on prior development history. And actually the landscape's pretty varied in Texas too. You got those deserts out west that you think of when you think you know, most people not from Texas think of those deserts out west with the cactuses and the pretty flat terrain, but you know, once you get to central Texas you start getting trees, larger hills, a bunch of like really rolling nice terrain, and gradually gets a little more forested and trees and stuff the closer and closer to like Louisiana you get. Oh. I grew up in central Texas on Interstate 35, about 45 minutes north or so of Austin and Bell County, so I've never once been to the deserts of West Texas. Like, I see Texas, I think nice rolling hills, mesquite trees everywhere. I mean, you get the odd small little cactus plant out there, but usually they're like smaller, mixed in with the trees and stuff. They're not like huge fucking like far out in the desert. It's more like prairie areas when you're not in like the really foresty spots. Look at that lake over here. That is a nice view. In fact, let's pull off and take a quick look at it just because.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Whoa, there's. Yes, they're a lot more rare now that I fucked with the graphic settings, but I guess really slow, laggy periods can still happen. So you're the guy who decides if a car is a total loss or if it's worth paying out money to him to fix her up. Sounds like a bit of a headache of a job. Look at that lake and that sunset right here. Let's see how we can make that look good. Oh yeah, let's that a little bit more color like so. Work that focusing plane out a bit. Might as well drop the blur strength down too so it gets like hazy really far out, but hey, at least you don't have to give the bad news. That would drive me nuts. That'd be a horrible job if I had to do it. I imagine there are quite a few assholes that your claims guy has to deal with. Yeah, it's a really nice screenshot. That's a really nice looking lake too, and a nice little spot to pull over, chill out, maybe have a little bite of dinner and watch the sunset or something. So let's just pretend I got out of the truck and I did just that. I sat on the edge of those rocks watching the sunset for like a 15-minute break while I munched on some Doritos and drank a bottle of soda or something. You know, get a little fresh air after being stuck in this truck all day. Yeah, I would hate that job. Lawyers and insurance people sound like shitty jobs because you always got people bitching at them because they're stupid and they think the guy who is not qualified for that job knows better how to do that job. Honestly, I wouldn't even get clients if I was a lawyer because people are like, oh, you don't know shit, blah, 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 this, that. I looked it up on Google and it's like, oh, you went to fucking law school? You know what the hell my jobs is? Why don't you fucking defend yourself then? It's like, that's what I fucking pay you for. And it's like, well, let me do my fucking job. And at that point, like, they wouldn't want to work with me. I just say what I think with no fucking filter. Like the guy for the interview that Shay, my assistant manager, had to handle. He showed up like 5 minutes before his scheduled time, which, you know, most people like, great, that's early. Me, growing up down south with the guy who raised me, I was always taught you show up 15 minutes early, so I'm like, I didn't realize that dude walked in. I thought it was just somebody like walking up to the counter or something. I'm like talking about, well, I can already tell he's not going to be dependable. He's late. He's like 15 minutes early is on time. This guy ain't 15 minutes early. And Shay's like, hey AJ, how's it going? This is a guy we're interviewing. This is Damon. He works here. And I said, oh. So here I am mouthing off that a dude was 5 minutes early instead of 10 minutes early, right fucking in front of him. So So I'd be a horrible lawyer, a horrible insurance guy, a horrible if I have to talk to people and be nice about it. I'm underqualified for that kind of job because I would just say what I think. Oh, I don't know what he said. I didn't actually talk to him. I went in the back, opened the back door, stood just out of the blind spot to the security camera, and I was pulling on my vape in the back because I was just there to help out if needed. I didn't really do shit. I like ran the oven for a couple minutes, but I did a lot of stand around and wait in case I was needed because I like my job, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I'm there to help if you need the help. Like, I didn't say I'll come over and I'll do whatever I can to be helpful. I said, which I've done sometimes, I said I'm there if you need the help. So I stood around. I'm a perfect example of following corporate policy to the letter.
Never mind.
Wearing
I'll find a new route.
ripped up, cut off denim shorts that are
Recompute.
definitely not within the working uniform. I just wore this 511 tactical flag hat with my Texas flag patch on it, not my Howie's hat. I was working off the clock. I was like, I wasn't actually punched in. I was there just working because I'm nice, and it was for like half an hour or so.
Go straight
And
on.
here I am mouthing off about, oh, this new guy must not be dependable. He's fucking not here in your interviews in like what 3, 4, 5 minutes, something like that. And he's right fucking there waiting at the counter listening to me say all this shit to the manager. It's amazing I've never been written up. I've been given a couple of talking tos about, you know, how I say things and my attitude. Like, we had this one guy on a busy day asking if we would deliver like outside of our driving range. I was like, no sir, that's outside of our driving range. Like, well, you've delivered here before. And it's like, it was like a mile outside of our delivery range, but it was still middle of nowhere in a rural area, and it's busy and it's not in our typical range. It's like, well, it's been out of our driving range the whole almost 2 years I've been here. It's like, well, if you want to be a little fucking bitch, he was actually saying that if you want to be a little fucking bitch about it, give me your manager. And I, sure, one moment, let me put you on hold. And I didn't hit the hold button. I hung up the fucking phone. So he called back when he realized he was hung up. I'm pissed off. I got a talking to about that. Actually, one of our slightly less dependable drivers that we used to have, I made him punch out and walk off the job, and I was taken out back and actually yelled at about that because he was in a grouchy mood and he was not doing the job he was doing the way I wanted it done because it was helping me with my job and the task I was doing. I was trying to say it would be easier for me if you do it this way. No, stop doing it. Like, to do it this way. It's like, well, I don't fucking care. I'm in a bit of a bad fucking mood. I was in a bad mood too, and it's like, well, I don't care about your fucking mood. I'm in a shitty fucking mood too. Now do it the fucking way I said it. And it was a lot of back and forth like that. And he was like, no, I fucking had enough. And he punched out and just up and left for the day. And manager came in for his evening shift, closing the store for his like once a week he has to do it, and he was not happy. Like, as soon as he walked in that door, I was in the back like moving heavy shit around, you know, doing a task I was given, and I fucking heard him like wave from the back, Damon, where the fuck are you? So, and he like
Keep right.
blew into the back like a fucking hurricane and said, we're going outside, come on. So I'm not the greatest people person, I'm not gonna lie.
Keep
Like,
left.
I'm amazed I ain't been written up at work. And that's exactly why I'm glad I don't have to be a lawyer or do some other job where I have to give bad news to people, because they'll give me attitude and I'll give the attitude right back because I'm a hard worker, but I don't fucking have time for bullshit, right? So, that guy ended up quitting our job a couple months later for unrelated reasons, by the way. You mean to say we made him quiet, or were you trying to say we made him quit? I'm not following, because if it was we made him quit, I didn't make the guy quit, but we weren't on the greatest of terms at work. Yeah. And I'm not one of those, like, be walked all over type of personalities, so somebody pisses me off, they know they've pissed me off. That's a kind of funny little ticker sign right there. Drive hammered, get nailed.
Keep left.
Kind of liked that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Hey, for whatever it's worth, I'm not a great people person, but I'm not always in a cussing, yelling, I'm not gonna take your bullshit kind of mood. Like, there are, like, I have those days, don't get me wrong, but I've been doing better about outright cussing at people and bitching them out. Like, I mean, I'll still snap and swear at people, but I'm less over the top about it, and it's usually only in really, really shitty, like, they're really not being helpful to me. But I've gotten better about going to, like, our manager, Josh, or whatever, and saying, so and so's fucking pissing me off. I'm trying to tell them if they're gonna help me, they need to do it this way, and not this way they're doing it, because it's not helping me because of this reason or whatever. And I definitely just stopped going up to people who are the same rank as me and just less experienced and, like, fucking calling them out and swearing and shit. I don't do that quite so much anymore.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yep, it's 12:10 already.
Exit right.
Couple minutes beyond what our expected arrival time was, but we're still ahead of schedule on, like, when the delivery's actually expected, I think. So
Turn left.
yeah, it's not even expected until like an hour from now, and we're around the block. So I mean, I don't get any bonus for being early, but makes me feel better knowing, because I'm one of those, I'm always on time and then some to a job. Like, typically I end up at work like half an hour early chilling out, because I'll go like you know, get ready for work. I'll go out, grab some takeout or something, have a quick little bite to eat, and then I'm already in town, so I'll just hang out near work. So, like, I can't help but be early, so I am totally fine with rolling into this receiver an hour ahead of schedule. Alright, looks like we want to be over here just past the Peterbilt dealer, I think. Yeah, that's the HMS Machinery sign up on the left here. So this is our drop-off point.
Turn left.
I really hate these gates. Like, you have to get so close for them to open that to get in here I have to have the room to turn and block traffic like this. I mean, luckily it's 12:37 in the morning. It ain't like there's a lot of traffic rolling around right now. But it still feels kind of dicky to do it. So where are we parking this thing up at? I gotta bring it in over here. See, do we have the room to pull straight in from here, or do we have to do some weird ass little back it in at a hard angle shit? Here, where are we parking? Far right. So yeah, looks like if we pull it up a little tighter against this container, we can probably slowly, just in case it doesn't look promising, but I feel like I hope to fuck we have the clearance. Yeah, yeah. Shit, we can't do that. Pulling straight in would be too fucking easy, right? So we gotta swing this thing around. Bring it this way. And we're gonna have to circle the building and pull it in on an angle because it's tighter space over here instead of straight in. Actually, where's that dirt ramp in relation to our parking spot? Can we yeah, so we want this nearest one, so actually we might be able to pull up like this, hit this dirt right here, and we can probably still back her on in. Oh yeah, we have plenty of room. Plenty of room to just back it straight into the garage. We'll do our best to keep it right on this line, because this line in the center probably means I'm not going to hit the wall that I can't see. Be nice if I could afford like the track IR, no, head tracking software like that, because then I'd be able to like swing my head more easily instead of using the D-pad on the fucking wheel, and I can look left and right through these mirrors way more easily. I'll set that fucking parking brake. Turn our lights off, unload this trailer, and here we are. We got job done. It's 1:30 in the morning now that we're unloaded. So let's fire up the engine, put it in drive. And we can just go next door to the Peterbilt dealer and pull into a parking spot to rest there. We do have a resting zone over there. And first thing in the morning, we're going to look for a new load to haul out. Nothing there. Nothing after this other Freightliner. So we'll nice and easy pull it out this way, a little farther off into this other lane to make sure we don't hit the fucking fence with our trailer. And we're gonna have to swing here and take this turn a little bit wider to make sure we clear the gate, because we're basically doing a 180 to come in here, and we definitely don't want to hit a car either. And we can pull up in one of these truck parking spots right here next to the service entrance, and they're not gonna mind if we pull in and sleep over here for the night. I do it all the time. Start parking brake, shut that off. Shut our lights off so we don't drain the battery. It's 11:38 a.m. as you can see above my driver's income update from while I was sleeping. Back it up just a little bit. We don't gotta go too far. We have nothing off to our left, so we can totally just pull sideways in front of the garages like this, and we have the room to swing our trailer around without backing it reverse around this corner. It'd be really awkward to swing around for the entrance. I guess before we get too carried away, the first thing we should do is make sure we have a decent job here. What we got in Tacoma? Take clothes to Santa Maria. Nah, I'm not really feeling Santa Maria. Go Port Tacoma, short little hop to Port Angeles. Let's just be right there. I think Port Angeles is really small. Yeah, Port Angeles is really small. There aren't really a whole lot of decent jobs there we can take. I don't really have a whole lot of super long jobs here either. But now we're on the whole global main thing. We don't want the potassium. I mean, we can take the potassium, but if I'm doing jobs that for the Viva's Drivers Hub I can get bonus XP for because it's my division, then I want jobs that I can actually claim, and I'm not with the hazmat division, so potassium's a no-go. Here's a really short hop, but we'll take this packaged food from Seattle's rail station to Portland's terminal just outside their airport, and we'll see if we can find anything good in Portland. You know, I mean, it's not a super far distance, so driving empty doesn't really matter. But I don't want to drive empty if I can help it, because when I've got a job, that means I'm making back money for every gallon of gas I burn, you know.
Get ready to
The longer I drive without having a job and making money, at that point I'm just spending money on gas aimlessly, and a small amount for
keep right,
you know, maintenance and wear and tear and shit, because I'll have to worry about wear and tear, and there's going to be damage to the truck after a time, even if I don't hit anything. You know, Tacoma, Seattle, like, they're both such big areas that they practically touch as it is anyway, so. Oh, we're empty. Want us to pull in away? I mean, we just have the chassis. We're not even hooked up. Alright, fine. Let's figure out what our truck with half a tank of gas and a container chassis weigh.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yeah. It probably thinks we have a couple of FedEx boxes in the sleeper berth that are not mine and are meant to go out for delivery. £27,012, 27012. That is our gross weight of just this truck, half a tank of gas, and the container chassis with nothing loaded in. So now we know what our truck weighs. Yeah. Make sure these brand new Goodyear tires we put on, because yesterday I got the brand new Goodwill DLC, or sorry, Goodyear. Why do I keep saying Goodwill? I got the Goodyear tire DLC that came out the other day yesterday, so now we have branded Goodyear tires, and if I wanted, I can throw like Goodyear caps and like other accessories in here just to decorate up the truck. But honestly, I got the tires because they're different. I didn't really change anything about the interior because I like it is, but I play this game so much, and I have basically every other DLC anyway, and it's like $3 for a couple different tire options, a few new rim designs, get a couple of Goodyear paint schemes for the truck and your trailer if you actually own a dry van and not a container chassis like I do, and shit like that. And, you know, accessories I can use to decorate all up back here if I wanted. So kind of steep grade. I know we're like half the speed limit, but
And then turn left.
we're about to make a left turn here, so we're gonna keep it slower so we can lean on the brake at this traffic light here. I wonder who's making something. Something smells really good in the kitchen.
Keep left.
Yeah, that red light there matters for the other intersection. When you're making that left turn, it doesn't matter if that's red, you can make that turn. Oh, couldn't see you through those X's saying that they don't have anything over there for me to drive on. There we go. United Atlantic Intermodal Terminal. So here's their big rail yard next to the Port of Seattle. Got a rail track right here just on the other side of this stone wall. You can probably see it right there, and all these loaded up trailers ready for people to hook up and take them out. And we've got our own trailer. The load they're giving us, they're gonna
Turn left.
hook the container to us, and we're gonna take it out on our own equipment. Let's creep up forward just a little bit so I can actually see, make sure they don't have a train coming. Sometimes trains do fly through here, so
Safe and sound.
that was a really bumpy railroad track. Cargo market. There's our packaged food we're taking to Portland. Oh, this is nice and easy. They want us to park just right here, and I guess they're gonna load us up right here. Alright, so let's go back in. I love when it's nice, easy to access, just straight in back like this. And we're gonna have to bring it a little bit closer to this train car here. We're just a wee bit too close to that truck right there, and I don't want to fucking hit it. Here, let's go like that. Hold that for like 1 or 2 seconds, and now we're safely around this weird looking whatever function this thing has in a train yard. Oh, it looks like just looks like an older truck maybe, because it has a 5th wheel on it. So yeah, we're crooked as a motherfucker, but they're happy with where we're parked and they're willing to load us here, so we'll take it.
Let's do this.
Here, let's get that window up. It's 84 degrees today. I want to keep my air conditioning in as much as I can. And to exit, we can go back the way we came, or we can come this way and cross the tracks over here, and that'll dump us at our out gate just the same. Let's make sure no train is coming. The train comes from our left. It doesn't come from in the town towards this port right across the street from us. I don't have to look that way.
Recomputing.
Then we got us a nice short little hop over to Portland to find us a new job. Well, fine. I don't mind a closer, 4 or 5 hour job. I mean,
And then turn right.
I like taking those real long jobs, but from watching
Turn right.
truckers on YouTube who haul intermodal, a lot of those jobs are like
Keep right.
pretty local and in the immediate area. Like, it doesn't take a very long time to deliver those jobs, because if they wanted them to go farther, they can stay on the train longer before they get unloaded to a truck, right? So like, not really any need for me to pick a load up in Seattle and drive it all the way to fucking New Mexico on truck, when they can load it from the harbor to a train, and the train will eventually end up in New Mexico someday. Yep. Pull over, get a quick weigh in now that we actually have a load on here. Don't worry, guys. I kicked the tires really hard. They definitely still have air in
Let's
them.
find a new route.
I made sure the third nut, or like the third rivet on my truck. Actually, you can't really see it with this paint job, but the third one from the front is very important. If that rivet is missing, the whole front end falls off. That's a very important one. You want to make sure it stays on there. Actually, I'm full of shit. Probably if one of those little riveted little bolt things comes off, it's not going to affect the whole integrity of the truck. You just have an ugly hole where one used to be. But after kicking the tires, we also made sure this seal on the thing is intact and it's not been opened or tampered with. But we did the important stuff, so we're all legal. What are you doing? Go forward. Give me room to merge in. I know this guy's going slow, but we got a couple other lanes we can take here, fellas. You don't have to do 20.
Keep left.
Alright, fair enough. That's an exit into Tacoma, so they wanted off the interstate, so alright, fair enough. They're going slow because they had to merge to an on-ramp, or an off-ramp, I didn't see. I'll lock the cruise, hit our cruise up button so it goes up to 60, and now we're going to climb to 60, and I don't have to keep my foot on the fucking pedal because I'm lazy. At Olympia there, it looks like it still has its white name and not the yellow you discovered it on, so one of these days I'm going to have to find a job that'll take me into Olympia.
Keep left. Keep left.
A nice short little drive. It should only take us maybe 20 minutes or so to get to Portland. Oh.
Keep left.
Yep, I know. I'm keeping left. Don't worry. I know the northern half of Interstate 5 like the back of my hand. My save I had before this one. My main garage was in Seattle. I drove Interstate 5 just like this quite a lot in this area. I don't need to be told how to navigate the northern half of Interstate 5. Oh, she must have heard me. She didn't bitch at me, keep left. And to avoid this exit. Or she thought I was gonna get gas as often as I swing in there, and that's a losing battle. He's gonna pull off and go there anyway. And go around you. We're already at highway speed. I'm not slowing down at that distance for you. There you go, and there's the drawbridge that says you're going into Oregon.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, they want us. I was reading your chat. It was because of the GPS that I realized I have to take this exit. I guess that thing yakking away like that is sometimes a good thing. Yeah, this makes sense. The harbor, the cargo terminal we're going to is in the eastern half of town, so it'd be easier for us to go into Vancouver and cross into Oregon across the river on this side instead of going all the way down into downtown and circling around. If I missed the exit, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just taken us slightly longer to get there. It's more direct to take this exit and cross into Oregon on this side of Seattle, or this side of Portland. Now that we're here, so like, in fact, here's our exit coming up. It looks like they'll swing us around to head into Portland.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Keep right.
We're going to come this way. We're going to hold this right lane that will turn us south towards Salem. Don't want the non-existent blocked off Seattle entrance there. Our right lane ends, so it doesn't even matter that I change lanes. And we're going to cross the river a ways to the right of the big ass drawbridge for the interstate. There's some nice country out here too. I really like this country. And we're gonna have to rely on the GPS because I don't go out to this terminal very often, but it's probably oh, this is the it's saying this is the airport exit, and the Portland Central Cargo Terminal, whatever they call it in this game, is like right next to the airport. It's, for all I know, it's probably part of the airport actually, because the air traffic controller's tower is like right in our sight as we roll up to this drop-off point.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Come over here, we'll take this left lane because here just down the road we need to make a left turn anyway. Yeah, logistics area for the airport is the left lane. We are gonna, looks like our marker's on the other side, so we'll just go straight down the road closer to the airport itself. We're not gonna turn over here at the little grocery store. And we could, this route right here takes us in through the back way, but this entrance here is closer to where we're dropping at, so. And there's Portland's international airport over here.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Right here on the other side of the trees, that's the
Turn left.
cargo terminal. That's where we're dropping this container at to be loaded up for wherever it's traveling to. straighten up a little bit, take a moment to straighten our back up a little while we're setting at this route anyway. I really need to be a little bit better about my posture while I do this because I don't have the seat back to lean on because the part that rotates the seat and locks it in place once you find the back angle you like, that broke in like February and I'm too cheap to get a new seat, so if I lean back the whole seat goes back, and that ain't me leaning the whole seat back. I locked the angle for the ass part, so that's just the whole back of the seat leaning on me. They want it over here. Which means we're gonna have to come up this way and back it in, otherwise we don't have room to do it. Which I'm gonna hate because that means this is blind and I have to use the far mirror, and I don't have the same visibility here that I would have in another side of the truck. Hang on, this is gonna be a tough back, so we're just gonna cheat it and make sure we're at least going somewhat the right way. We'll try and back it in from the cab. It's just this is such a tight angle that I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I can have a little outdoor chase camera angle like that. Nope, we're gonna do it like this. That's gonna be way easier for us to see where we're going because we're already fucking it up because it's such a tight angle to pull off. And I guess the experience points don't really matter so much. I'm high enough level, I've run out of perks to get, but I get more experience if I park it myself instead of just doing the instantaneous teleport auto park thing. So we're gonna, even if we have to cheat it with this outside camera, we're gonna try and park it ourselves as good as we can. That's not the right angle. Oh. We're gonna hit that before we're straightened out. I took this one a little too aggressively on the turn. Yeah, you know what? Oh, with it, we're gonna
Rerouting.
I'm not gonna try that one. That one, it's a little on the challenging side, and I can't be bothered, to be totally honest. Alright, an hour and 20 minutes. And let's see, we'll find one more decent job we can take. What do we have here? Here, we haven't been to Port Angeles yet, and it's not a very far job to go and drop it, so...
Okay, here we go.
I guess we'll just pick up from the same terminal that we're at. And we'll head back up into Washington to do that drop on the Olympic Peninsula over there. Coming sideways, block the lane off so we don't have to circle around through the gate and pull in straight. And they want us to load up over here, it looks like. Yeah, right here on the other side, this big boy over here. Go watch the curb. Swing it really hard. Maybe not quite that. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring it this way, see if we can get this trailer more at an angle to the drop spot than it already is. This will turn on our lights too, because it's getting into evening. Just make sure we're seen as well as heard while we do this. Oh yeah, and I'm going totally to the wrong door, and I took out that curb because I'm a fucking pro super trucker who can go where the hell I want. Oh, I totally fucked myself trying to do this, so... Oh, well, that's fine. We can go like this. We can probably take it from the near side. Oh, the hours suck. The pay's pretty good. Once you get to super trucker level, you get a really fat fucking bonus, but at the same time, your therapy costs for all the stress that sacrificing home time to be on the road, like those therapy costs go way the fuck up, so you make more money, but the therapy costs extra, so take what you will from that. Oh shit, yeah, we're on something. I say we can do this way fucking easier from this angle, but then I go and I do shit like that and make it harder for myself. Yeah. I make a lot of money, but you're gonna go crazy, and you're gonna have to pay way fucking more in therapy. You know what, to hell with this. I'm allowed to, I feel like I'm allowed to auto park at least one time a week. And I haven't done it recently. It's been a long time since I've auto parked, but I'm having one of those days where I just can't do it. Like, everybody has those days where something you can do, you're just not on your game, and I'm just not on my A game today, so we're gonna cheat it this one job because I don't care.
Let's do this.
When we get to Port Angeles, I don't care what it takes. We'll park it for real, but we're gonna cheat it this time. Every other time I play this game, I park it legit, so I'm not fussed if I gave up on one job. That's the big quitter in me. I tried to practice setting this to a 8 shifter, so I had to use that third pedal that I don't ever use on here. And miraculously, I made it from the garage. It was literally right around the block to the job I was picking up. But I kept stalling out, trying to get it to slow down and reverse, pick it up, and then shift it back to drive and shit, so
And then turn left.
I gave up on trying out that fancy third pedal I have after about 20 minutes. Put this bitch back in automatic. Oh well, it's got the automatic. It's got what is in real life the automatic transmission anyway.
Turn right.
I mean, since it's a game, you can set this thing to 8 shift regardless of what transmission and engine configuration you have. But as far as real life specs go, this thing is spec'd out to be just your standard fleet truck for a big company with automatic transmission. So
Keep left and then turn left.
since I'm a quitter, we're gonna take this lane because I went way too fast. So I'm talking and not looking at what I'm doing. This guy's fixing to hate me when I cut his ass off so I can make that exit I gotta make. Or, no, maybe he won't cut me off because I'm too slow. But this AI is relentless, so we're gonna have to go just close enough they think we're gonna hit and slow down.
Turn left.
Yeah, the guy in the white car too, but I didn't have enough room to safely make that turn, so sometimes you gotta drift just close enough the AI thinks they'll be hit, and then they'll slam the brakes to avoid the impact, and you can just go around them. So, but you know, we put that guy in an unsafe position because I fucked up. I own that freely. I fucked up. So we had to bully that guy into giving us a lane. And like 90% of this route's the same as what we took. We're going to take this 205 interstate across the river, turn west at Vancouver, rejoin Interstate 5, and go northbound. But when we get to Olympia, we're going to have to take the back roads so we can head up the Olympic Peninsula into Port Angeles. But the route's basically the same until we hit Olympia and the start of the big metro area for Seattle, Tacoma, etc. So take our exit here.
Keep right and then turn right.
And we're going to be taking this exit.
Turn right.
Hit our engine brake a little bit. Slow this thing down so we can manage this turn a little bit better.
Keep left.
get to the west and get on this state highway. We're going back through Vancouver like we did going in.
Keep left.
And we are 55. We're basically at the highway speed. It's safe to merge, so let's merge over and keep going. Lock our cruise on 60. And we're back driving north again. I mean, if you want to get technical, we're going west right now, this very instance, but once we hit Interstate 5, we're going back north into Washington. And here's our exit to rejoin Interstate 5, as a matter of fact, and this is a 50 zone, so let's slow it on down so we can match the speed of this guy taking the exit as well. I wonder if we'll finally discover Olympia when we go through to go to Port Angeles. I just want to discover Olympia, get close enough to set off its alert that I've discovered it, because once I do that, if I'm in the Seattle, Tacoma area or just whatever, I can click on Olympia as a discovered city and I can see available jobs in it, which I currently cannot do. Oh, we don't need to go in 65, we need to go in 60. Let's lock our cruise on that. Somebody's having a shitty day. I notice I need to tweak the timing for my new comment announcing the Discord server, because looking at the chat, it seems like that is posting somewhat frequently. I want it to post every once in a while, but I don't know if I want it to post quite so often. I mean, I definitely don't want it to post quite so often, because I don't want to fill up the channel with spam for stuff the bot wants to say. Let's merge here, go around, overtake, because that bus is being stupid and came to a full stop to let that dump truck on, so I don't want to put up with that.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh no, it doesn't look like we're going to Port Angeles through
Exit
Olympia like I was hoping. It looks like we're gonna be exiting south of Olympia and taking the other way in. I know you can get there through Olympia, we're just not doing it this time, it looks like. I think these stores right here are affiliated with, like, they're registered to Olympia, so maybe we'll discover Olympia. Or we definitely would have if we took the exit. I don't know if we will on the freeway. Some towns you can discover the town on the freeway. Some towns you have to actually exit and be near the buildings that they have. And yeah, we're not going to discover Olympia this time around by going this way.
Keep right, and then exit right.
But here's our exit to take the back roads. Once we're on 101, we're going through those small county towns to get up to Port Angeles. We're going to lock the cruise control at 55 because it's getting darker, and soon we're going to be on smaller roads, so might as well just go a little bit slower. It's not going to hurt anything. And for a drive as short as this, we're certainly going to add time because we're not going the posted speed limit. We're 5 under, but we're not going to lose a lot of time like if I took the fucking 5 through Oregon at 55 instead of doing 60 to hit California's 55 zone, you know. Oh, started to merge over while I was readjusting myself to get comfortable. It's just good that we're doing 55 because now that we're in this 2 lane, it is a 55, so we are still at the speed limit. Sorry. And here's the Puget Sound off to our right. That's the little bay and that body of water between the Olympic Peninsula and Seattle, so somewhere way off in the distance on the right at some point along this coast would be Seattle and the harbor and shit. Late night, 10 o'clock, and they're pulled up at that house finding boxes to deliver to somebody. Oh shit, this is a 45 zone, so hit that engine brake. Sorry to the people who are trying to fucking sleep at this hour. And we got that those engine brakes are pretty loud, so sorry for whoever was woken up by an engine brake at this hour. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. The cops caught us doing 50 instead of a 45, and we got a speeding ticket. Actually, I heard a siren, and I'll never hear a siren, so yeah, it looks like a cop is right behind us, so he was witnessing us speed through here the whole time. That's now we know we got a cop on our tail. We're gonna have to be a little more mindful as we drive. This is a 2 lane with not a whole lot of places to deviate from, so Hey, Epitaph, how's it going, man? Yeah, I'm trying not to fall asleep at the wheel. Yeah, you look very fancy with your new sword. I figured since I could do it and I have no moderators, you and E-Bag are both streamers, you know how it goes, and I watch you both a lot and I'd like to think I could trust you both to be moderators, because, I imagine as streamers and not just random people, like, you'd have that mindset of you could probably be more trustworthy to be a moderator than some random guy. So I don't often, I say I don't often need a moderator. I've never needed a moderator, but if I do, I have one. And since it's such a short job, we don't have a tight schedule, so they're like, hey, there's your 2 hour warning, and they have a little bit of urgent music to make us want to hurry our asses up. But actually, we're going to go to audio. We're going to look for the music setting. Music volume down. I'll turn that down as well. Fuck it. Hopefully that'll shut off the really loud, hey, urgent hurry up music going. Yeah, there we go. Peace and quiet. Just the hum of my truck. It was like, I don't need the music to remind me. Once I see the pop-up, I'll know to hurry up. But in any case, we're in Port Angeles now, so really we just need a couple minutes to drive a few blocks down the road, and we're going to drop off our cargo. Yes, I'm sure I can trust you, and I feel like now I've made a horrible decision trusting you, E-Bag. I'm sure one of these days you're going to ban Epitaph just to see if you can do it, and then I'll have to feel bad. Please don't. I really like Epitaph. I mean, I really like both of you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not playing favorites here, but I really like Epitaph.
Turn left.
Banning everyone, huh?
Keep right.
Oh, you can ban people who are dickheads, and you can ban people who don't stop or fuck off when you say stop or fuck off, because, like, those are, like, the two rules I have on the stream. No, come on, don't roll backwards. Give me some gas. This haul is going to this little store right here. We are in Port Angeles, Washington. That's on the Olympic Peninsula. When you look at a map of Washington State, you got Seattle, and then you got the Puget Sound, that body of water, and then the little peninsula, little rectangular peninsula off to the left. Port Angeles is on the very northern tip of that peninsula, so just north of us is going to be more water. And actually, we're stopped anyway. We'll pull up the map real fast before we back up, and I'll show you where we're at. So this is the Olympic Peninsula right here. This is a really short job. We went from the cargo terminal at the airport just up Interstate 5, then the 101 into Port Angeles. Today, instead of really long highway jobs, really we've just done shorter jobs. I think our longest job went from Coeur d'Alene to Tacoma, which is crossing the width of Washington from east to west. And then from Tacoma, we drove like 10 miles up the highway to hit Seattle and pick up a load there. That load went to Vancouver's cargo terminal at the airport, and then we just found a job from the same depot going to a city I've never been to, so we came here so we can discover and unlock a new city to take jobs from. And we're totally cheating and doing this drop by using the chase cam because I've never been good at backing into these docks. Especially this dock where it's narrow like this and you have to back up and descend into this little drop off point where you don't really have room to swing the trailer once you get in it. So it's either back it in straight the first time or pull it forward and straighten out. And actually we might just have to straighten out just slightly. That feels like it's probably a little off. So let's go this way. Go this way. I guess it doesn't really matter where crooked is. Oh, I mean, I don't want to be that crooked, but it doesn't matter if we're not quite so far in, as long as we can bump that dock and this load can be accessed. There we go. Straighten the wheel out, set that parking brake so we don't roll when we take the gas off. Unload the trailer. Job's done. And it's midnight, so let's zoom in on Port Angeles and see if there's a place we can stop and rest at. Service station here, we got a rest area here. Oh, we have a gas station here too. We'll probably reset nav. We're gonna go to that gas station because we're gonna need fuel as well, so we might as well do 2 birds, 1 stone.
Time to hit the road.
Let's see if we can do this turn. We might have to check that curb, but as long as we don't hit the convertible or the dumpster on the way out. We didn't hit the curb, convertible, or the dumpster, so I'm okay with that. Alright, sometimes you just gotta turn wide with these things, you know? And you don't want to pop a wheel or mess up the axle or something checking a curb, but checking a curb is definitely preferable to damaging some company's dumpster or fucking up somebody's nice looking convertible. Leaned slightly too hard on the brake, but I guess we'll hold where we're at right here. We could go closer, but I worry if I go closer I won't see the traffic light anymore. So at least right here we can see the bottom of the traffic light under the sun visor and we'll know when it goes green. There we go, and it has gone green, so we can turn this way. I believe this is a one-way. Yeah, it must be a one-way because they're all like that too.
Go straight on.
We'll abruptly change lanes and be on this. No, we want to be on this side, I think, because we're going to need to turn in. Oh no, this whole lane is going to come and merge in with this road, it looks like, but
Go straight on.
I don't know, clearly I've never been to Port Angeles before, as you can tell, so I'm not really familiar with what the road layouts are. Oh, big crane right there.
Finally, we are here.
Probably taking all sorts of crappy ways. Here, we'll swing in this way. Swing in like this. Guess I pulled in the wrong way because that Freightliner was coming from that direction, but this way points us more towards where the parking is, so we can straighten out and back into a slot. Since we are stopping here to a rest. Oh, I forgot I recently changed that setting, so you gotta do 2 clicks to turn the oh shit. Yeah, we're so close, we still caught that. Hopefully we don't jack the shit out of this. We might just, that's a tight angle, so we might just pull out here. Oh, what you doing there, bud? Watch for the trucker in here. I'm kind of hard to miss. Now we'll have to come in like this. Turn like this. And we can pull in straight right here. There we go. Parking brake engaged. Turn the lights off. Shut the engine off. And we are in Port Angeles. Let's call it a quick rest here. Guys next to us took off for their loads already. Port Angeles, what you got for us? Car parts from Voltison down to Las Vegas. Farmington, those are all really long jobs. Don't really want to go back to the same places we've been coming from though either, so hello Maddie, plays YouTube, how's it going? Actually, I'm sorry to say you just missed the oh, you're from Viva too, cool. Yeah, actually, you just missed it. We just did like 3 jobs, and I mean, I'll be playing this game in a couple of days again, don't worry, but we're in Port Angeles, Washington. We just did several jobs, refueled, rested up. We're probably going to call it a break here, and I'm going to take off, go get some supper and whatnot, so if you want to play back the VOD here in a couple minutes when it goes offline, you can certainly do that. You can check out the driving we did, but been going at it for about 2 hours, and it's looking like a pretty good stopping point to you can't like the stream, but if really you can't like the stream like a YouTube video, thumbs up it, but there's a little heart or something like that under the video player. You can click that, follow me, and it'll tell you when I go live, and you can that if you click that little heart, follow me. It'll tell you when I go live. So we're gonna be playing a game called Rising Star 2 tomorrow, where we're sorry, big yawn there, but tomorrow we're gonna be playing this band simulator game. Oh, that was loud. But the new stuff works, so just gotta tweak the volume a bit, but anyway, fucking ADD, let's get to the fucking point here, but we're gonna be playing Rising Star 2 again tomorrow, so that's a band simulator game where you pick a town, you start off as one guy, you recruit band members, you start a band, do tours, look for record labels. We're gonna start a new save of that tomorrow. But I like playing this every couple of days, so if you wanted to watch me play this, you can always take a peek at it when I'm doing that, or if I remember, and I don't always remember, but when I remember, I'll post on Viva's Discord if I'm playing American Truck Simulator. I don't do it for other games, but if I'm playing American Truck Simulator, I'll do that. Which convoy? It depends on the day, because I work a restaurant in the evenings and in the afternoon, so with the time zone conversion to with the time zone conversion, I don't always know. I can't always make streams. It has to be a day off. I'm in the United States, so I'm about 5 hours behind the European times that they usually do that. So, when it's their evening and they're trying to convoy together, usually I'm at work at the time. So, it basically, if it's not a day off, I can't join a convoy. But June 20th, that's like 2-3 weeks away, so honestly, I wouldn't know about June 20th until like I get the schedule a couple days before whichever week that is starts. So let's take a quick look. When is June 20th? June 20th is on a Sunday, so actually this Friday or Saturday I'll get the schedule for work, and that's going to run up to the 20th. So I like going to the convoy, so if I can go to the convoy, I'll go to the convoy, but I'm not going to know if I can for a couple of days, so that's something we'd have to talk on Discord about if I showed up to it. Yeah, it's not a bad community. The communities for streamers I've been in a lot of pretty nice communities, and the two moderators, Ebag and Epitaph Fox, like right now they're basically my community. Sometimes I do have other people, no, several people from Viva, like Aiden, the community management director. We've been friends since before he was staff, and got other people who have moved on to other VTCs and stuff. They'll pop in sometimes if I'm playing American Truck Simulator, but I've got a pretty good community too. It's just really small. The community is basically myself and Epitaph and Ebag. Anyway, I'm signing off. I'm ready to look for some dinner, and I'll about the usual, about 10 a.m. tomorrow, 9:30. About the time I usually start, between 9:30 10 a.m. We'll be doing a stream tomorrow, and we'll be doing Rising Star 2, like I was talking about. We're gonna make a new band, probably in Europe, just to change it up, because we've been in America for the other save, so we're probably gonna pick some place somewhere in the UK to start off at. And we're going to have a European-based band. But we had a good time learning the game on the very first save, and that was a fun time. So starting over knowing what the fuck I'm doing, that will probably be a good time to start over, and we'll enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm signing off for real now. I keep saying that and then I ramble on because I just like to fucking talk to myself. But for real, we're signing off now, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow if you show up, or tonight if I see anyone I talk to streaming. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays.